Title: Cursed House, Family Vanishes, Leaving Only a Note Never Return. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled deep within the woods, stood a house that had been cursed for generations. The locals avoided it like the plague, whispering tales of dark spirits and unexplained disappearances. It was said that anyone who dared to enter would never be seen again, forever trapped within the clutches of the malevolent entity that resided there. The house stood at the end of a long, winding road, its once vibrant facade now weathered and worn. The paint peeled away as if the house itself was trying to shed its haunted past. The windows, cracked and broken, stared out into the darkness like the eyes of a forgotten soul. The overgrown garden surrounding the property seemed to inhale and exhale with an eerie rhythm, as if it held secrets that refused to be revealed. One fateful night, the Peterson family, consisting of Mr. and Mrs. Peterson and their 2 young children, decided to explore the mysteries shrouding the cursed house. They had heard the stories, of course, but they dismissed them as mere superstitions. Little did they know that their lives were about to take a terrifying turn. As they approached the house, a chill ran down their spines. The air grew heavy with anticipation, and each step they took felt like a burden. The creaking sound of the front door echoed through the empty halls as they cautiously entered, armed with nothing but their curiosity. Inside, the house seemed frozen in time. The dust-covered furniture stood as a testament to the lives that had once inhabited these forsaken walls. The eerie silence was punctuated only by the sound of their own breathing. It felt as though the house was holding its breath, waiting to unleash its malevolent presence upon them. As they explored further, they stumbled upon a room that sent shivers down their spines. The walls were adorned with faded photographs of previous owners, their eyes seeming to follow their every move. The room smelled of decay, a sickly sweet odor that made their stomachs churn. Despite their growing unease, they pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of the cursed house. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the house, extinguishing their flickering flashlight. Darkness enveloped them like a suffocating blanket, and panic set in. The children clung to their parents, seeking solace in their touch. But no amount of reassurance could calm their racing hearts. In the pitch-black darkness, they heard whispers, faint at first but growing in intensity. They couldn't make out the words, but the sinister tone sent shivers down their spines. It felt as though the house itself was mocking their foolishness, relishing in their vulnerability. Then, a blood-curdling scream pierced through the night, freezing them in their tracks. It was Mrs. Peterson, her voice filled with sheer terror. Frantically, they stumbled in the direction of her cry, desperate to rescue her from whatever nightmare had befallen her. As they reached the source of the scream, they discovered a room that seemed to defy all logic. The walls pulsed with a sickly glow, casting eerie shadows that danced menacingly. Mrs. Peterson was nowhere to be seen, her cry swallowed by the darkness. In a panic, Mr. Peterson grabbed his children's hands, urging them to flee. But as they made their way towards the exit, the door slammed shut with an otherworldly force, trapping them inside the cursed house. The children's screams echoed through the halls, their pleas for help falling on deaf ears. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, but the Peterson family was never seen again. Only a single note remained, inexplicably left behind. It read, "Never return, lest you wish to suffer the same fate as us." The cursed house stood as a haunting reminder of the horrors that had unfolded within its walls. The townspeople, forever haunted by its presence, avoided it like a plague. It became a cautionary tale, a warning to all who dared to tempt fate. Even to this day, the cursed house remains trapped in its own twisted reality, patiently awaiting its next victims. Its dark secrets and malevolent presence continue to fuel the nightmares of those who dare to fall asleep at night, leaving them with a lingering fear that cannot be shaken. So, my dear reader, I ask you, would you be brave enough to face the cursed house? Or will you heed the warning and stay far away, lest you too become another victim of its insidious curse? The choice is yours, but remember, once you enter, there may be no escape.